Hi everyone, it's Deb. How are you doing? I am here with my version of the Happymail Creations Collaboration 2019. It is run by Joanne, who is Happymail Stamper, and I think there's like 5 or 6 of us now. I can't remember exactly, but all the links to the collab members will be in the description area below the video. And we can do anything we want as long as it's Happymail. So I'm hoping challenge qualifies as Happymail because I made stuff for a challenge. So let me just start to show you. Let me move this out of the way. The first thing I did was a Rolodex card, and I'm touching it gingerly because I'm not happy with the, well, it's not that I'm not happy with it. I had used this pink, what's it called? Neon Flamingo stickles, which I don't think I used before, but I've had it in my stash for a while, on these paper hearts, but it didn't go with the rest of the color of the Memory Dex card, so I went over them after they dried with the silver, and it's still drying, and I've already touched it, as you can see, at least twice. So, I know that seems really far away, so let me bring that up. What I did is I had already a red paper Memory Dex card cut out. It was like real red, bright red, and I hadn't used it. So what I did is I took a couple pieces, scraps of Petals Promenade. This is the back of one that has flowers on it. And I don't have any more of it right here to show you the floral side of it. So both sides, oh, and first, the Memory Dex card I had a rounded part, and I had used a die that, it was a Heidi Swap die that I had bought from Jimmy Lonnie Creations. Turns out, I found out that actually is supposed to be a divider. So I cut it straight across, and then I used my mini envelope punch board and just made a notch here, and then I cut it across over to here, and then I rounded those edges with a 1-inch corner rounder by EK Success. Okay, so then what did I do? I distressed it with crumb cake Stampin' Up! Ink and this dauber thing, which I've been using. I haven't changed out the thing. So I distressed it around the edges so that you wouldn't really see too much of that red in there, or look more brown, you know, in between the layers. And I did have to kind of cut this part, since I didn't run the top and bottom layers through the die. I probably just should have done that and then did the same thing, but anyway. Then I had a white doily, but I didn't want it to look so stark white. I cut the doily in half, and I just laid it down on scrap paper and dabbed it with the crumb cake, and that gave it a little more stained look. I had one scrap of this ribbon that was from Michael's. It's sort of a wide, you know, like 1-inch wide ribbon trim. I had one of these vellum pieces, probably out of a paper pumpkin kit, in my stash, just in with my scraps and stuff. Then this and the Celebrate Today were out of, I don't have that here either. It was a one sheet from American Crafts. I think I had gotten it at Joann's ages ago, and they were little squares. So I actually just cut the heart, fussy cut the heart out of the square. And the Celebrate Today, I cut it till just the words were there, and then I cut the words apart and put the Celebrate up here and the Today down here. And on this one I did remember to distress around the edges also. This is a little 1 3/8 inch scallop circle out of the floral part of the Petals Promenade. And this silver butterfly had been gifted to me. It's actually a sticker, and I apologize, I can't remember who sent them to me. They sent me 2, and they peel up off the backing and give you this really delicate, beautiful butterfly. I love them. I wish I knew where to find them. And then these little gems here are out of this Michael's set of bling gems. This one has light pink and dark pink in it, so that's what I use there. And then the little hearts, one sec. The little hearts, I had a heart die, I think it was called Meant to Be from Stampin' Up. It's either Meant to Be or the dies that went with the Meant to Be stamp set, I think is what it is. And they popped out of this. So I used some of those little hearts right here, down here, and here, but it was the wrong shade of paper, which is why I tried to cover it with the pink stickles, but then it was the wrong shade of pink also, so I went over it with silver to bring out the silver that was in the butterfly. And that is my Memory Dex card. Here's the package it's going to go in. This paper actually is it's Retiring Nature's Poem by Stampin' Up. It will be retiring June 3rd. So if you want it, I would run and get it now. Let me show you the back of it. It's these leaves. And I know it doesn't exactly go with this, but it makes it pop, and you'll see why I used it in a minute. Here's the second butterfly, and then I just put another bling on here. And this is just a 3-inch piece of paper, and I use my pinking shears at the bottom because I do have a bag topper, but it's only about this wide. It wasn't wide enough for any of the packages I did today. Okay, so that's my Memory Dex card. And then I switched gears because I had to make embellishments. And I had this pack of stuff that Kelly Stanjevic, ephemera, that Kelly Stanjevic had gifted me back in 2017. And, oops, sorry. And let me just show you some. I'm going to gift her the rest of it. It had all kinds of like sort of larger pieces and some flowers, little flowers, and some crowns, like crowns you wear on your head and stuff like that. So this was one of the pieces, which is my base for the ephemera. It's just tacked on, all of them are just tacked onto the back with these reusable mini squares, and you do have to watch because they have permanent ones, but these are reusable, so they should lift off pretty easily. I might have used 2 on that. And then I had also been gifted by somebody a piece of fabric that looked like this, and I used a little strip of it in back. And then also I have this, it's sort of silvery ribbon. I don't know where I got this from, guys. It was probably either in a lace and trim D-stash I bought a long while ago, or I got it at a yard sale because I just had like maybe not even a yard piece of it. And I doubled that in half and put it this way. Over here, this flower came out of the Prima Flowers tube that I'm gonna have forever. And then this this little piece here was in the, it's like a little tag, mini tag that had some flowers on. That was in the stuff that Kelly gave me, as was this dream. And the little brad is out of these Prima brads from the Fable collection. I probably got them at Tuesday morning. Hang on. Nope, I got them at Joann's, sorry, in 2017. They were 50% off, and I had gotten them there. So, and then this is from Michael's. It's a bead, and I just glued it down. It says Beauty, and then this is another one of the Michael's gems that I showed you a minute ago. And then this is Nature's Poem also, and that goes with this Blackberry Bliss. Now this actually was a fancy card cut gone wrong. I cut it in half and just used that to back this piece, and I thought it made it pop as well. So yeah, and I don't have any of my information written on any of these yet. And then we had to do 4, so these are 3 more. Again, my starting points were the pieces that Kelly Stanjevic had given me, and they're kind of different colors for me. They're out of my comfort zone, so I wasn't sure exactly what to do with them at first. But on this one, I had a mint green doily. I folded it in half, and then this is a little piece of trim that I had cut out using, hang on, this decorative ribbon border punch by Stampin' Up, which is still available and I think is carrying over, but don't hold me to that. Anyway, I had this long strip already in my stash, had been cut out and I hadn't used it, so I glued it on the one side of this underneath. These two little tags, one has a bird and one just has like a pink design on it. I attached through the, I don't know what this shape is called. I do know it, I just can't remember it. But anyway, I put the brad through the tags, that bigger like tag thing, and the doily, and attached it that way. The rise above is a Tim Holtz, and it's the one that has white and black with gold or silver words on it, and I don't have that. I already put that away. The butterfly was out of the stuff Kelly gave me, and then these are the gold metallic pearls out of the metallic pearls from Stampin' Up that I glued down. So that's the first one. This one, I had cut a piece of rich raspberry. Actually, I might have already, I think that was a scrap, and I cut it out with the Stampin' Up Starburst punch. I hope you're, you know what, let me take these out. Sorry for the glare, I wasn't even thinking that. Oh shoot, and I just laid the plastic right on my silver. Yes, I sure did. Oh my gosh. All right, let me wipe off my fingers or I'll have it all over everywhere. Sorry guys. Okay, so I showed you this one. These are all also tacked down with those reusable squares. So this is rich raspberry. This piece of ribbon had been gifted to me along with some washi on this laminated card, which is really pretty, with birds and birdhouse. I don't remember who gave it to me. I'm so sorry, but thank you, whoever did. So I used a piece of it here. I also used some of it down here because the colors just went beautifully with this collection. I had a doily that I had folded in half and then folded in half again and cut it, and so I put it up like a fan shape on top of the circle. And then I put down a little flower you can barely see back here from the collection. The perfume bottle, well, this is another one of the Tim Holtz words. It says shine brightly. I just flagged, I put it on a piece of rich raspberry and matched the background. Flagged it on both ends. Put that down onto the doily, and then this is bumped up on mini dimensionals, and then this flower is bumped up on dimensionals. And there is some gold, this gold, it's like washi, but it's not really washi. Anyway, and then this is a dimensional under there. So that's the third one, sorry. This one, I had this scalloped circle out of Very Vanilla in my stuff I had cut out and not used. And so I brought out a metallic doily that's retired Stampin' Up product. This little flower is from the collection that Kelly gave me, and it's up on a mini dimensional. I have a piece of that same ribbon that had been gifted to me, a piece of washi, a piece of that ribbon. You can see them sticking out over here a little better. Another flower that was in the collection from Kelly. This tag was in the collection from Kelly as well. I punched out a little gold butterfly out of the Butterfly Duet Punch by Stampin' Up, current punch and carrying forward. This ribbon is Offray. It was in my stash, and I still have some, but I don't remember where I got it exactly. And then this is another one of the Prima brads, just stuck through the tag, and it kind of helps hold the ribbon in place, and it's also through the circle. So those are my my other three embellishments. We were to make embellishments. I'm not real good at doing embellishments when I don't have a specific project in mind, but so I hope the recipient can use these. They're a different color for me. And again, here I used the Nature's Promise. I used another gold doily from Stampin' Up! And another flower rose, I guess, out of the collection Kelly had gifted me. So there's my embellishments and my which I'm really trying hard not to touch again. My, what do you call those, memory decks card. And then I made one more tag topper, bag topper. It's also the reverse of the leaf here, Nature's Promise leaf, or Nature's Poem, excuse me. And it's just the Blackberry Bliss and then a piece of the gold washi. And I used another, it looks like a bird's nest, oh, what do you call those, brads, and stuck it through. I punched a hole with a 1/8 inch circle punch, put the brad through this little tag that says Beautiful You, and also through the tag topper. And then these are bits from Kelly, as well as some extra material and ribbon and some doilies and things in there that I'm gifting her. So that's my project for Happymail, the Happymail collab this month. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next month on the 1st of the month. Talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace.